jumping into the finding faith. So again, first off, thank you for joining. Thank you for being with me again, Sherwin with Gospel Music Buzz. And I had a chance to watch Finding Faith ahead of this, and I'll have to be honest because I even text Vaughn from from Crazy, and I was telling him it literally brought me to tears. It brought me to tears as I was watching because the storyline surrounding Jalen really mirrored like my own experiences because my dad passed away unexpectedly, and even after like he got this massive job offer that he was waiting on after he passed, even the insurance
What?
details, the insurance line details, like it mirrored it. It it really just hit home for me when I watched it. So it was truly something.
Wow.
Okay,
That's amazing. I don't even know what to say. I have the chills. That's amazing.
no, I'm gonna keep going with it.
Yeah.
But what first drew you to the role, Faith Mitchell, and how did that challenge, I guess, or stretch you, whether it's emotionally or spiritually?
Mm. Well, I'll just have to tell you the story of how the film came to me.
Sure.
It was a miraculous thing because on that day, that morning, and I had been dealing with something challenging that had given me some fear and anxiety. And I just went, that's it. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And I was like, I give it to you, God. I put it at your feet and I'm going to, for this week, I try to do this thing where I'm like, just for the week, pretend like there's something to celebrate, that everything did work out. Everything is okay. Like, what's the harm? Give yourself 1 week to do that, Paula. Just trust. And I did. And so I was just going around my day, just joyful. And then my friend and neighbor, Charles, he calls me. He's like, I got a film for you, Charles Porter. And he
Hmm.
goes, it's called Finding Faith. And I said, stop. I'm gonna throw this phone. I cannot tell you how weird it is that you are giving this script to me today. That I literally really gave it over to God and said, I have faith and I trust. And so then it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to be a part of this. It was undeniable. And then I read it and I couldn't believe the similarities of my own life,
Yeah,
a woman
yeah.
dealing with issues of sobriety and,
Hmm.
how do you come out of loss and pain and find your way back? And I mean, it was just like, this is something I want to tackle.
Wow. And you touched on that just now, just with your own journey, because that's what I was gonna ask about. Like, what were some of the similarities, even with your own journey when it comes to healing or loss or just anything in general? But you mentioned sobriety, and you've been pretty, public about that. So how was it kind of playing that role, knowing that you've had a similar journey your own?
Yeah, I mean, I just felt like I wanted to because I knew that when I was going through these times, I
Hmm.
needed as many stories and movies and personal stories and books and
Yeah.
whatever talks to help me get through, food for your brain to keep you on the path. Um, and and for me, when I read it, I was like, I can connect to when you have so much pain in your life and you feel like you can't handle it. And so you start to numb it. And then that then creates more chaos in your life. Right. And then
Yeah.
what is it? How do you find yourself out of that? How do you find, and that in and of itself is its own journey that can be quite challenging, but also rewarding. Right. And so what I
Hmm.
loved about this film though is that it was entertaining. It had this thriller element. You didn't know what was coming. There's a little bit of
Oh, yeah.
romance. So there's a really great plot going on while you're seeing someone deal with some really human issues. And that's always been the kind of art that I wanted to be a part of, was that making sure first and foremost we entertain folks, but then that we leave them with some hope, something that opens their heart, opens their mind.
Wow. No, you said it, cuz, and then there's even the part in the movie where there was a thread that talked about scripture from Psalms, right? Weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. And kind of listening to that scripture, right? Have you applied that? Like, how is that showing up even in your own life, and how have you find meaning even through the film, just kind of embodying that as well?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I think that's what we have to remember at all times so we don't have to live in any fear. Listen, like night is going to happen. Hard times are going to happen.
Yeah.
Just because you even get through one obstacle doesn't mean another one's not going to come because they're there for us to help us grow. You know what I mean? To be better human beings and also to be able to be more compassionate and share our story with others. And that's that trust. Faith is the trust that morning always comes, right? After winter must come spring. It is determined. It's that we get stuck, right, in thinking it's
Hmm.
always going to be winter. Like when we're in the winter, we don't remember that spring is inevitable. And that is what faith is to be like, I am walking through something that is not easy, really is putting me, making me scared, right? But
Hmm.
ultimate faith means I know spring's coming. I know morning is coming. And that can help you through any time. And that can help you really when you're like, because what I said is that when I got sober, I realized that when I was drinking, I wasn't trusting God. I wasn't trusting
Mm.
that everything I was experiencing, I was meant
Wow.
to, that had been put at my feet to help me grow as a human being, that I should be saying thank
Hmm.
you for all of it. All of it was perfect. All of it. Right. And God put it there because he knew I could handle it. And so when I was like, I can't handle it, I gotta drink it, I can't feel this pain, it's too much. I wasn't trusting.
Wow. Man, I can listen to you talk about that all day, but I know we only have a few minutes, so I'm gonna get to my next question. But you didn't just star in this, right? You also helped from the production side as well. So for you, what was most important for you to protect or highlight as a
Mhm.
storyteller, just sort of bringing Finding Faith to the screen?
I think we wanted to make it authentic and we wanted to really speak
Okay.
to all people. You know what I mean? That it could
Hmm.
really inspire all people, right? And that it could be honest and true so that it felt real. Does that make sense? Do you know?
Yeah,
Like I think it
100%.
was
Yeah.
really important. We still also wanted it to be and look beautiful, and that it never stopped doing what films are supposed to do, which is to entertain folks, right? That
Yeah.
was really important. And then and having this great cast of actors come around and really bring out an incredible script that was written by Lasriel Lizin, bring those words to life in the best way possible. So what was wonderful is being able to gather people that were just 1,000% committed to bringing the story to life. They really, everybody involved had their own personal
Yeah.
journey of struggle that they connected to, and a reason why they wanted to make the movie. And so it was about collecting those people so that we could make the best art possible.
And for someone that's had an opportunity to see it before, again, just the chemistry with Loretta and Keith and Stephen Bish, just kind of seeing all of that pulled together and being able to build such an intense storyline was, like you said, truly captivating
Mm.
from just start to finish. And I'll leave you with this last question. So, if someone was to be, going through what is grief or struggling with just kind of seeing the light after going into watching this movie, Finding Fate, what would you want to leave with them?
Well, it's one of the my favorite things that somebody ever told me, and it's in the movie as well. But it was like you take one step to God, you take one step to like healing, to the light, and that God, the universe, it's gonna come and get and push you 1,000 steps further. That like the moment you make that one little baby step, there's a force that comes behind you and helps assist you. I know it because it happened to me.
Of course.
I'm telling you, it's the truth. And it's like, and you can't, if you just stay in the pain and the darkness in the winter, you can't get the assistance you need, but you need to take that step yourself, just one little
Mhm.
one, and you'll watch and see this powerful force that's going to come and help you. Just trust and believe.
Wow. Listen, Paula, thank you so much. I know June 16th is going to be available. Everyone can view it. They can experience what I've had the opportunity to experience. Again, thank you even
Thank
from
you.
just conveying that story with the vulnerability, with honesty, with just everything around that. Thank you so much. You enjoy the
Thank
rest of your
you.
day.
Thank you. June 16th and 17th,
Yes, June
everybody.
16th and 17th
Only.
available. Only, yes. Thank you so much.
All
Have
right.
a good one.